And so to our location report. Kenneth Branagh, who's been variously described, though not by himself, as the new Laurence Olivier and the new Orson Welles, has enjoyed enviable success and, consequently, the envy of less gifted people, both on stage and screen. Oscar nominations rewarded his film of Henry V, and box office success attended his thriller Dead Again. Now, once more directing and co-starring, he's just completed Peter's Friends, which might loosely be described as a kind of English Big Chill.
It's about a group of friends who meet at university and are part of a sort of review troupe, and who go their separate ways and go through their 20s being variously successful or unsuccessful, happy in love, unhappy in love, and reach their early 30s with the opportunity finally to all meet again for the first time properly in 10 years. And so that idea of putting people together like that, in this case, in a weekend country house party at New Year, with all that does to people's emotions, sort of gives the film its form.
People have said, you know, this is a bit like your own life or anything, but actually, I think, now, had I been cast as the Bruce Willis character McClane in Die Hard 2, I would say, because that actually happened to me, except it was actually, it was Chicago O'Hare, not Washington Dulles Airport, and it was a different sort of terrorist, but essentially that was exactly my life. But this very strange territory for me.
American comedian Rita Rudner is co-writer of Peter's Friends with her English husband Martin Bergman. How different did she find writing for the cinema after her work in TV?
I'm well aware that writing a movie is a totally different technique. And I've analyzed movies for years. I mean, this is what I wanted to do. Martin and I want to write movies. That's what we do in our spare time, is we go and we analyze movie structures. And it's not just, oh, let's write a movie and let this here. We've written a movie. A lot of studying and preparation went into it.
Rita's influence in the script is to add a certain kind of objectivity about English behaviour, particularly about our sometime inability to communicate a little more openly, which perhaps would help us all a little to be less stressed out and less kind of held in emotionally. She can, I think, put her finger on some of our weaknesses. When we do it, I think sometimes we can do that a little patly.
Ta-da!
Oh, my God, you look great! But, Miss Perkins, you're beautiful.
I've been caroled.
You've been Christmas caroled.
She has bones I would die for.
Well, breakfast, anyone?
Oh, I'm starving. Yeah, but I don't want to mess up my lipstick.
Or your bones.
Well, I'm sure we could feed you some eggs through a straw or something.
I'll just have some coffee. Do you have any equal?
I'm sorry, I'm famous for having no equal.
I've got some in my purse. What the hell is that?
Is someone building a barn?
I think it must be Sarah and Brian.
I can't believe Sarah. She seems to exist on a diet of fresh air and bonking.
You would know.
I'm much more interested in making films like this in England or Scotland or wherever than going over to America and trying to be a movie star. Because I don't know, it doesn't seem to make much sense, that somehow. Also, certainly not moving away from the stage. We'll be doing, well, Ken's doing Coriolanus this year and I'm doing As You Like It for the stage. And I do think you learn an awful lot on stage that you can't learn in the same way doing movies. That's one of the reasons why movies are so luxurious, because it's different every day, and you can come in and be stimulated by having to do something quite else.
Kenneth Branagh and Emma Thompson made a highly successful initial foray into Hollywood in 1991 with Dead Again, Branagh directing and he and Thompson starring. The movie was a commercial winner, but repeating that success could prove difficult.
I think it's unrepeatable, quite honestly. I think your first experience of Hollywood with your mate and partner, as it were, and going in there for the first time to do something that's so American, in such an American environment, Paramount, you know. And also not having much expected of you, really. Low-budget movie. being left alone, final cut, you know, and also being in on it right from the start, right from the moment when the script first came. I think it was a sort of unique experience.
I know perfectly well I'm not where I should be. I've been very aware, you've been patient with me.
The hardest job is directing. No question about that, because so much of your energy is spent persuading, cajoling, and motivating other people. That's not to say that acting is easy or actors don't work hard. They do, but just by comparison, you just don't have those 8,000 things to be responsible for. You have your own performance, which means that when I act in this film, those moments when I'm on camera are delicious, completely delicious. Nobody can talk to you. You know, you just get on with it. So. I think I should be doing some more acting.
Ken, directing has tried not to allow us to overdo the sort of comic timing that works in a TV studio on a Blackaddery type thing, and go for the naked acting. And some of the scenes I've done, I felt I've just taken my clothes off in front of everybody. It's been highly embarrassing. And of course the girlies are so good at crying, you know. There's some quite sad moments in it, and suddenly you'll see these tears coming out of their face, and I keep looking, think they're hiding onions under their arms or something, but it's absolutely genuine. Of course, men can't. I feel like an old man standing in a urinal saying, come on, come out, you know you want to. And same with the tears. I think, why can't I cry? And yet I'll watch an episode of Little House on the Prairie and I'll be going, it'll be dripping off my chin, but I can't do it by thinking about sad things and acting. Some terrible lack in me. Englishness, it's called, sort of emotional constipation.
If that's the way it carries on, remind me not to stand next to Stephen Fry in the men's room. Though it'd be better than standing next to Shakin' Stevens, I suppose. However, Peter's Friends opens on November the 13th, and in the meantime, Branagh is busily engaged in Italy on a film version of Much Ado About Nothing.